stay tuned. Cause it just keeps getting better, just keeps getting better, just keeps getting better. It's a vibe with H2. The chat is always lit, so stay tuned. It's a vibe with H2. We got good music, we can sing a tune. Vibe with H2. Vibe with H2. Vibe with H2. We got the vibe with H2.
Well, hello.
Hey squad.
What up, squad?
Welcome back.
We're back, baby.
We're back.
And we're vibing again.
Of course we're vibing, of course.
Are you new here?
Are
Listen,
you?
we're a squad here,
Mhm.
so we are very open and very welcoming. So stay.
Yes, fam.
Matter of fact, like, share, subscribe. Be part of the squad so that next time, next Wednesday, we can say, hey squad, and then you know we're talking to
It's
you
me,
too. You
it's
know? Join in and be part of the squad.
They're talking about me. I'm squad.
You know? I hope you're good, squad. We missed y'all as always.
Happy to be back here.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
Before we get into it, what's the giving, girl?
Ooh, it's giving drip good.
Trip guy.
It's giving all black earth thing.
Mm.
It's giving black ke color ya. Divorce lady.
Yeah, yeah.
That's what it's giving. What's it giving, honey?
Girl, it's giving work mode.
Yes.
You know?
She killed.
Boss lady vibes.
Listen.
It's winter, but I gotta bring a touch of brightness
Touch of
into
something.
people's lives. You know what I mean? That's what it's giving, and that's the outfit
Of the day. She cute.
Yeah, so let's talk about Ngoma. Let's talk about
Those ladies.
Oh my word.
Abafazi bengoma, ne? That's what it's called?
Bengoma.
Yeah. Yo, guys. No, people
It
out
was,
here.
an amazing theater performance at Packoffs.
Yeah. We actually got to see 3 shows back to
But
back.
yeah, we saw 3 shows back to back. That was the best
That was
3
amazing.
hours of
Best
my
choice.
entire
Life.
life. And I'm just
For
like,
real.
I was sitting there thinking, oh, you can't say there's nothing to do in Bloem.
Nah,
You can't say
You
there's
really
absolutely nothing
can't.
to do.
There are
Because
things
we
to
saw
do, things to watch.
places to be, people to see. Also gotta be sane. You know?
Yeah, but yo, those ladies were amazing. All of them, like, they own their art.
They were so captivating.
They were, damn,
They were so captivating.
I was so motivated.
I was inspired.
Yeah.
I was just like, what a great way to start Women's Month.
It
What a
was.
great way to start Women's
It was
Month.
empowering.
Because it was very empowering.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I felt so good being a woman. You know,
Right?
they
That
reminded
was
us of our
me.
essence and what we're capable of,
Yeah.
and our softness and the beauty of it, and how we can also be warriors, you know?
Through
It,
and through.
it was life-changing.
I was like, but wait, my gender is amazing.
Yeah, for real.
Like,
No,
no.
no hate to gentlemen.
Yeah,
We're
but
just saying.
my gender's amazing.
It's our month, so we just saying.
Yeah, but yo, those ladies are amazing.
They were.
Sure.
I had the time of my life. We'll show a little bit.
You get snippets.
Yeah, I took a whole lot of snippets.
Yeah, yo, I tried
So-
not to, but every time I'd be like, oh, I need to capture
But
this.
I couldn't help it. So,
It was
Yeah.
really cool. It was really cool space
was.
to be in.
right?
Yeah.
I had a good time.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so topic of the day.
Topic of the day.
Mm-hmm. Today we're talking about listening.
Listening.
Yeah.
Do we
2
listen?
ears, 2 ears and 1 mouth.
Huh?
For a very good reason.
Do you listen?
Mm.
When I go to you,
Hmm.
just to find it real fast.
Yeah.
So here I've got listening is the learned process of receiving, interpreting, recalling, evaluating, and responding to verbal and non-verbal messages. It says here it's a process. It doesn't have a defined start or finish. Like the communication process, listening
has cognitive, behavioral, relational elements and doesn't unfold, in a linear, step-by-step.
That's deep, hey? Well, I got something interesting about listening.
Yeah.
By Simon Sinek, and he said listening is not an act of hearing the words that are spoken, but the art of understanding the meaning of those words.
Yep.
Right? So if you repeat back what I said to you, you are doing the act of hearing. You heard me. But if you put it in your context, right? What I say back to you, you rephrase it and put it in your context to the best of your ability and your understanding. That is the art of understanding. And that is what we call listening.
I like that.
Yeah.
I also found levels to this listening thing. So there's downloading. There's factual listening. Then there's empathetic listening. And then there's just generative listening. And it says here, like, with each level, listening becomes more involved and requires increasing openness and vulnerability. When people are able to deeply listen, the other person is able to feel deeply heard. You know what I mean? And understood. You know?
Like, wow.
Yeah.
Simon was also elaborating on the art of listening.
Yeah.
And he said, creating an environment, creating the safe space in order for a person to feel heard. So what you do first is you replace judgment with curiosity. So while the story is being told, you don't think, oh, you did that? But you're curious to know the full story.
Yeah.
You know? And two, you empty the bucket.
Okay.
Meaning, let them talk.
Yes.
And you use words like, go on.
Exactly.
Tell me more.
Yeah.
What else?
You know? Open-ended ones. Let them go.
Yes.
Let them go into detail.
Let them, listen, not just take out a few things out of the bucket, but empty the bucket. And when you do empty your bucket, that's when you form that trust. Because you've already told this person everything that you could say.
Exactly.
And now you trust this person. Exactly. You know what I mean? And the reason why you trust that person is because you feel heard. Feel. We're involving emotions in this because that's what listening is.
Real.
It involves empathy. It involves, so many facets. And he was like, imagine if, he's like, there's too many, what do you call these talk sessions, like dialogues?
Yeah.
He's like, why don't we have listening dialogues? Imagine how much the world would change if politics didn't come together to debate, but they came together to listen to each other. Things would be a little bit different.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. And as I was just reading and doing the research, I was looking for why listening. Like, why did we choose listening? Why is it important? And whether the relationships are romantic or platonic, listening strengthens relationships and demonstrates attentiveness, caring, and respect.
That's true.
You know what I mean? Powerful stuff.
No. All right, let's play that game, shall we?
Yes, we can.
Let's play that game. I have a little game.
I'm excited.
It's a listening game. Oh, sure. Maybe I should connect.
Okay.
So that it can be loud enough. So it's a listening game.
Listening test 1.
What are the rules?
Listen carefully.
Just have to listen carefully,
Okay.
and questions are going to be asked later on that we have to answer.
Okay.
Then choose the correct answer for each question. Welcome to the Wildlife Adventure Park, where you can observe a variety of animals in their natural habitats. Our park features a diverse range of species, from majestic lions to playful monkeys and colorful birds. Visitors have the opportunity to learn about conservation efforts and the importance of protecting these vulnerable species. Question 1. Where can you observe animals? A. Wildlife Adventure Park. B. Zoo. C. Nature Reserve. Question 2. What kind of animal?
Question 1. Didn't they say nature reserve?
I think so. I was going to say reserve, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is difficult. I can't
Animals can you
focus.
find in the park? A. Lions only. B. Monkeys only.
No.
C. Lions, monkeys, and birds.
Yes. C.
Question 3. What can visitors learn about? A. Conservation efforts.
Yes.
B. Gardening tips. C.
Conservation
Cooking
efforts.
recipes.
Conservation.
Don't forget to write your answer in the comments.
Yay!
Yeah,
got it
that's
right.
cool, yeah. But it's stressful because I was like, oh.
Okay, so let's do another one.
Yeah.
The IELTS listening test. Now listen carefully and answer questions 1 to 5.
Hello.
Oh, hello. My name's Jan. Are you the right person to talk to about the Buckworth Conservation Group?
Yes, I'm Peter. I'm the secretary.
Good. I've just moved to this area and I'm interested in getting involved. I was in a similar group where I used to live. Could you tell me something about your activities, please?
Of course. Well, we have a mixture of regular activities and special events. One of the regular ones is trying to keep the beach free of litter. A few of us spend a couple of hours a month on it, and it's awful how much there is to clear. I wish people would be more responsible and take it home with them.
I totally agree. I'd be happy to help with that. Is it okay to take dogs?
I'm afraid not, as they're banned from the beach itself. You can take them along the cliffs, though, and children are welcome.
Right.
We also manage a nature reserve, and there's a lot to do there all year round. For example, because it's a popular place to visit, we spend a lot of time looking after the paths and making sure they're in good condition for walking.
It certainly help with that.
Good. And we have a program of creating new habitats there. We've just finished making and installing nesting boxes for birds to use, and next we're going to work on encouraging insects. They're important for the biodiversity of the reserve.
They certainly are.
Oh, and we're also running a project to identify the different species of butterflies that visit the reserve. You might be interested in taking part in that.
Sure. I was involved in something similar where I used to live, counting all the species of moths. I'd enjoy that.
Another job we're doing at the reserve is replacing the wall on the southern side, between the parking area and our woodshed. It was badly damaged in a storm last month.
Okay.
Cool. So the questions. The beach. Make sure the beach does not have litter and dogs.
Oh, yes, dogs aren't allowed.
And then a nature reserve is for maintaining paths, nesting boxes for the birds. Nesting boxes for the birds installed. The next task is taking action to attract.
Yeah, I would have failed.
I don't know what to the place. No, to identify types of, wasn't it insects?
Butterflies.
Yeah, butterflies. And building a new
Something, yeah.
wall something.
Yeah. Everyone not listening. It's tough here.
It's very tough. You know why? Because the conversation was longer.
It was longer, so
Yeah.
already I was like, oh.
Yes. So, yeah, that was the game.
Yeah, that was interesting.
That was very interesting. It just goes to show that we tend to low-key lose concentration. That's why it's so important to
Yep.
focus on what a person is saying.
There are quite a number of barriers actually to listening, and distractions is one of the biggest.
Yeah.
Because you'll be listening, and then the next thing you're thinking, oh, I want to go. You know?
What am I eating tonight?
Exactly. Distractions are one of the biggest barriers. Another barrier actually is assumptions. Assumptions. Because you're assuming stuff and you're not giving the person room to actually tell you nothing. Because it's a big barrier. Even in families.
Oh.
Power dynamics. You know, parent will not want to take your ideas and be like, I'm the grown one. You're not gonna.
Yeah.
Those are, yeah.
I say what I say.
Lastly, emotions. See emotions. Yeah. They
Oh, okay. They're one of the
barriers.
Wow.
Yeah.
All right. Let's keep it 100, shall
Keep
we?
it.
Keep it 100, shall we?
We shall.
Okay, so keeping it 100. I have techniques, actually.
Yeah.
These are techniques they give to life coaches, which we're about to be.
Watch out for the space.
Yeah, literally, we're in the process, and very soon we'll be saying that, we're life coaches. And we do have a background of psychology as well.
Listen.
So the reason why I'm mentioning this is because I wanted to be clear that this space is very intentional.
Yeah.
In a sense that when we create the safe space for you to be your best self, we're doing it out of learned experience.
Listen, yeah, it's not just like
It's
that.
not just, I didn't just wake up and say, boom,
Yeah,
you know?
no.
I had to go through some things too.
There's a foundation.
That encouraged me to pursue the study and actually want to be the change that I experienced as well. So here are some of the techniques that we use. First one, block out all distractions. Block out all distractions. It's not about you right now. It's about that person. Don't think about what am I gonna eat. And make sure you eat before you go have deep chats.
Yeah.
And you're hydrated, so that you don't become hangry, and now you're not really
Rushing
listening.
this person.
2, this one's called a PACE conversation.
Okay.
Purpose, ask, connect, and encourage. So you must know the purpose of the message. Ask, so get the context, make sure you understand the context of what you're being told. Ask questions in order for you to understand fully. Connect, empathize with the person, put yourself in their shoes. Encourage the person to feel understood.
Yeah.
When they share with you, encourage them that I appreciate you opening up to me, and this is a safe space for you to be open with me. 3, pay attention to content and context.
For real.
Pay attention to content and context. Because there's non-verbal and non-verbal cues. So just because I said something, oh, I'm fine. How are you? Not really. 4, turn off problem-solving mode. No one likes a know-it-all. Especially when I come to you and I'm vulnerable. And sometimes I just want to be heard. I don't want you to say, if you had not... I don't want to hear that right now. Sometimes I just want you to, hear me.
It happened. Just listen.
Exactly. 5, reflect back what you listened. Repeat and rephrase to make sure you understood.
Yeah.
Clarify before getting feedback. Don't repeat exactly what they said. Paraphrase. Am I understanding you correctly when you say?
Yep. Yeah.
So, yeah.
That's cool.
Those are my tips. And I mean, this is not just for life coaches and whatever.
Yeah,
this is for everybody.
Everybody.
If you want to be an active listener. I know some friend of mine once asked me if you didn't have your vocals, if you weren't a singer, what would you pride yourself with? And I said, listening. I'm a listener.
Yeah.
I pride myself with listening. If I didn't have a voice at all, let's say I couldn't sing at all, I would listen. That's why I studied psychology, because it was one of the other things I was very passionate about. So.
Still are, and I think we have found our psychology.
Literally, I'm such a good listener. I'm just putting it out there if you want to talk.
I'm here.
I'm here.
Oh, that was dope. That was
Yeah.
dope. Okay. We're gonna now get into a little bit of heart to heart. So, this one, before we get into it,
Yeah.
after this activity, we're not saying go out there and go tell people you are a good listener, you're not a good listener. No, it's about you. You are going to go listen to people, you know? So this worksheet from Therapist Aid is going to do exactly that for us. Simple stuff, simple instructions on how to become a better listener. And it's got actually the tips you just gave. That touches a lot on those, like, showing that you are listening, you know, your body, your everything, your face, showing that, you know what, I'm listening to you. Encouraging the sharing. And lastly, striving to understand.
Don't listen to respond. Yo! Do not listen to respond. Like, you know, those people that are just waiting for you to just stop talking so they can go.
And sometimes you interrupt you because they're forgetting what they want.
Exactly.
Yes, that is how we're going to be good listeners. And even with kids, I feel like this is important, that when kids feel seen and heard and understood, they learn the meaning of empathy. They acquire the abilities to emotionally connect with others, make friends, and develop lifelong social skills. You know? So even kids need to listen to. So
Let's open the spaces. Let's create the spaces. You know?
yeah.
2 ears, 1 mouth. Listen twice, speak once.
There was even a TED Talk I once watched. I think it was a TED Talk. And this guy was speaking on listening. And he even said, you know, sometimes to improve your listening, sit in silence for at least 3 minutes.
Oh, yes!
Yeah, declutter
Yes.
everything.
Meditate.
Yeah.
Meditation as well.
Basically.
Yeah. Empty your mind. Because when you go in with a mind that's too... You're already trying to find how you relate to the situation so you can talk about yourself. You know those people, they're so annoying, but... I'm so sad. Oh, I was so sad the other day. I'm stressed. So, oh my gosh, I have so much stress. What? No. Let's listen to each other.
Give me a chance.
Let's hold space for each other.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Because how else will we have better relationships if we don't listen to each other?
And who do you expect to listen to you if you don't listen to nobody? Who must listen to you? Yeah, man, let's be great listeners. Yeah. It's great for the relationships.
It is.
All kinds of relationships.
It is.
And we're here for that.
I'm here for that.
We're
like
here
I
for
said,
that.
if you want to chat to me,
Holla at your girl.
don't call me, just DM me or something. And then I'll be like, oh, hey, do you want to meet and stuff so we can have a chat and stuff? Then we have chats and stuff. But I'm like creating a safe space
For chats and stuff.
for chats and stuff.
Yeah, man.
For women.
Oh, no.
Because if I open it to everybody...
Yup. It might get tricky.
Yeah,
It might get
just
tricky.
a little tricky.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's it from us.
Yeah.
Thank you for listening to us.
And we're here.
To listen to you if you want to talk to us. So, yeah, see you next week. Same time, stay, please. If you got here, drop like a heart or
So,
comment something about listening that you want to share. Because we love engaging with you guys.
Yeah.
It's very fun. But until next time, see ya!
It's a vibe.